We have the budget, of course, tomorrow that feeds into another federal election. As usual, we have quite a decent idea of what is in the budget so far, as well as probably what not to expect as well. So let's have a look at what we're looking at in terms of the budget breakdown as we're going right now. In terms of what we're likely to get in the budget and is all but locked in, we have an increase to pension and welfare payments, lowering tax instalments for small business as well, childcare subsidies being brought forward. This is an announcement having already been made. And East Coast submarine base, so $10 billion within the defence budget over 2 decades, so some long-term spending there. Infrastructure, look, it says $120 billion. What we're talking about here, though, is a total amount over 10 years, and a lot of those announcements have been made, but that overall amount is ticking up in terms of the 10-year pipeline. Domestic violence, $189 million to help prevent domestic violence. Youth mental health at $206 million, and new apprenticeships as well. So another amount of money for new apprentices, essentially a scheme that has been extended in that regard. What we're expecting but not announced yet, a temporary fuel excise cut. So the fuel excise is about 44 cents or so. That could be 20 cents off that. In other words, 20 cents comes straight off a litre of petrol. We'll see exactly what that is. It could be 6 months or so. And beer excise cut as well. Andrew Clennell, our political editor, reported that a little while ago. So a couple of things we are bracing to see. What we're not expecting to see as well. Phase 3 tax cuts are not going to be accelerated. So the timeline for them, they won't be brought forward a year or two, as has been speculated along the path. And this next one, well, we don't think it's going to happen. The Lamito extension, that is a low and middle income tax offset. So it's worth about $1,000 a year, and that means people will still get that offset next year after they lodge their tax returns for this financial year, but it won't be extended yet again. Hard to justify, given there's no need for the stimulus, that's for sure, and it might just feed into inflation, albeit there's going to be perhaps some more cost of living measures announced. So we will see exactly where this budget goes. What's the overall feeling for what this budget is? It's not a big spending budget. Clearly some targeted things at people, in particular on cost of living. At the same time, the coalition's talking about post-pandemic spending and bringing that under control. So not cuts, but not too much big spending. That seems to be the case, albeit some spending, some short-term measures are the focus here. So that means, yes, it is a cost to the budget bottom line, but it isn't a cost over 10 years, and the government will be able to say the budget bottom line is improving, albeit from a pretty nightmarish scenario.